We are live and it's Friday. Can you believe it?
Mm-hmm.
Friday followed Thursday, right on schedule. But this Friday is a Friday you've never seen before. We are going to talk about it. And of course, we want to talk about you. That's my favorite part of Friday, is getting to talk about you and celebrating you. We will be right back in just a moment.
Good morning. My name is Brian McNeill.
And I am Lisa Santiago McNeill.
And thank you for joining us on our show, Let's Talk About It. We come to each Monday through Friday right here on the SIBN network, on iHeartRadio, YouTube, TuneIn, as well as Facebook Live. Good morning.
Good morning. Good morning. Like. Good morning. Good morning. Like. Thank you so much for hanging out with us this Friday. I'm so excited about the weekend coming. I'm looking forward to having some downtime. Although this weekend will probably be difficult for me to take fully off because I'm in the home stretch of a couple of projects. And so I will take it easier. Which I don't mind doing at all. But it is Shout It Out Friday. And I got something to shout out.
Okay.
So today is day 5 of a smoothie a day and a workout a day. Hey, Miss Phyllis. And actually 3 out of the 5 days this week, I actually worked out twice. And 2 out of the 5 days, I had a smoothie for breakfast and a smoothie for dinner. And I ate very, very reasonably in between on all of the days.
And it shows. She looks good. Her skin looks good.
I appreciate it. But what was interesting, Thursday was a pretty difficult day to get up into. Thursday felt like I was climbing up a mountain when the alarm went off. I didn't sleep well, and it was hard. And then a couple of my accountability partners had shifts in their schedules. So I kind of felt like, oh my goodness, I got to make this happen all by myself. And as you guys know, I didn't have to. I'm glad Sincere was able to come and help me. And then today, the whole squad came together. We got in our 30 minutes with our last 2-minute race and supported one another to accomplishment.
That's awesome. I'm gonna shout out some stuff too. Why not? Right? I'm gonna shout out that this week so many good things happened to me this week. I would say since Sunday, we did a successful clubhouse on Sunday for coaches and consultants.
Yes.
On Wednesday, actually, did we have men this week? No, not this week. On Wednesday, I actually conducted. On Tuesday at 1:00, I conducted my first new podcast. My new podcast is called the Sales Confidence Podcast. That's it.
Yes.
The Sales Confidence Podcast.
Yes.
And she's going to send me the thing. I don't know if you're going to be able to do it today.
I am going to. I am.
So that was on Tuesday, and that was wonderful. That was the first time. And on Wednesday, hold on.
I'm not doing it yet.
And on Wednesday, I actually did that. I've been building for a while now. My For Only series continues. The sales training session For Only, and this one here was For Only coaches and consultants. And I had a good group of people in there, and I was so successful. Matter of fact, right after it was over. Unprovoked. I mean, I hadn't even really transitioned out of my office, but right after it was over, one of the people that participated, she felt compelled to record her thoughts on it. And we saved them, actually.
Absolutely. I'm going to share it with you right now. Is that all right?
Yes.
Okay, let's get it shared. Woohoo! I think I have the right tab up. It'll be just a moment, guys. Yes. It'll be just a moment, and you will be able to catch this awesome testimony because I loved it.
When I just got off of a really cool webinar by Brian K. McNeill. It was called For Only. It was for coaches to help them learn how to sell. And I bet you're thinking like, okay, well, don't you teach people these things? But I don't. That's not what I do. But what I do is connect people to amazing coaches who have a subject matter expert, a space in which they are so passionate that it oozes out of their pores to help you with that one thing. And the one thing I can say about Brian in this course that I just got off of right now is that it was fire. You felt the passion coming through him about how to help people solve their issues with being able to sell. Now, he asked us for key giveaways, and he did not ask me to do this video. This is me really kind of being excited about what I just learned and wanting to share it with you. But my key giveaways is he actually gave us a template on how to connect with people so that they don't want to necessarily just buy from us, to see us as a resource and want to pass us on to other people. He gave us an analogy about driving people on your bus that kind of personally changed me in a second to think about, like, wait a minute, am I actually really developing that relationship with the top people in my community? And also, Brian did a phenomenal job of helping us understand how just a little bit of action in our sales daily can actually build your portfolio and make you some fire money just by doing a couple of things a day. So I learned so much, and I wanted to take this moment to actually say, Brian, that was fire. This might come out backwards because it's my camera phone, but drop the mic, baby. That was such a great thing. And if you haven't got a chance to connect with Brian McNeill, I have tagged him in this. Let him know you want to talk to him, that you want to get into his next For Only, because you will not want to miss it. And guess what? The whole thing was free. He was over here giving away so much value for free. I can't even imagine what the paid program is going to look like. So with that, please connect with Brian McNeill if you're struggling in any way with your sales process, as he is fire. I've learned so much from him on the conference series, and now he has these For Onlys, and I just can't even wrap my brain around how awesome this is. So with that, bye guys. Thanks, Brian. You changed my life today.
He is awesome, and I love that testimony, guys. I'm telling you, the the For Only series, the last series of this month was on this past Wednesday. They'll be coming up again in September. I'm telling you, if your industry is identified, you are going to want to register.
September 22nd, we're going to do for insurance and financial services people only. Mm-hmm. And on September the 29th, it's going to be for attorneys, CPAs, accountants only.
Absolutely. So if you are in either of those industries or know someone who is, you want to get them in the place. The registrations will start. Where's the link? Is it ready yet? Mm-hmm. All right. The registrations will start next week, and I am excited about it. Beverly says, okay, Lisa, I have to do this. Your song has been revoked because Brian is on fire. Brian is on fire. He's walking on fire. Absolutely. He can borrow it because it is true. That series is fire. I have been to 2 so far. And you guys know that I've been married to Brian for over 5 years now. And I still take every opportunity to attend the trainings, to take notes, to listen. And a lot of times it's not because it's new, but because there's a new understanding. It's
true. I've noticed Lisa coming in the room now more, and I know she knows what I'm going to talk about. I know she knows, but she's sitting and listening and just like rereading a book, rereading Think and Grow Rich. I'm very proud of my efforts with this For Only series because I know what energy I put into it. I know what hard work I put behind it. And that's a good place for us to talk about it. When you work hard for something, man, you deserve whatever good comes. I still got more things to shout out this week too. Yesterday, I got my graphics from the Nonprofit Summit. The Nonprofit Summit It's a huge event, and I have been. I am one of the featured. I am one of the headline speakers, is what they call it. I am a headliner speaker for the Nonprofit Summit. Now, I applied to get this message. Okay, I'm not surprised that I got the job, but other people applied too.
The opportunity isn't that a job,
right? The opportunity. I applied for the opportunity. I saw the opportunity. I raised my hand, saying I would love to do it, and I could have been anywhere. But I'm actually a headliner because they know what I'm gonna bring. And I got the graphics yesterday. They look really, really nice. So I'm gonna start putting out some of the graphics for the Nonprofit Summit. I like working with nonprofits. Is Dr. Deborah here yet?
Not yet.
Oh man, okay.
But it's not just something that you like, it's also something that you're very effective at. Nonprofits need to do one major thing that's not always a part of their DNA when they get started, right? They want to serve and they want to help and they want to support, but they also have to become fiscally sustainable. That means they need to raise money. Now, you were actually contacted by an organization who was looking to try to get some help to raise money because that's how important it is.
Yesterday morning.
Before the show,
yesterday morning, had an organization reach out to me because they need help raising money for an event it's a nonprofit. It's a Christian nonprofit, and they need money for an event they have coming up. So she reached out to me, and she wanted to know how much would I charge for this. Now, for what they're asking me to do, I don't have to charge them for what they want me to do. They want to pay me for knowing where to tap. Mm-hmm. Okay, if you know that expression.
I do. That expression is one that I have gotten the opportunity to utilize more and more and more. Hey, Katura, good morning. There's a lot of people that are learning how to do things, and there's a lot of elements and pieces and parts that they're piecing together. And you know what? God bless you. You can piece it together. You can go on YouTube University. You can go to Google Galaxy. You can do whatever you want to pull all the pieces and parts together. But what it's going to take you is some trial and error and some time and potentially some money. Or you can cut out all of the shenanigans and you can contact somebody who already knows how to do what you want and compensate them for sharing that knowledge with you because they already know where to tap.
Speaking of that, I have been helping nonprofits for years before I met Lisa, but I will tell you this, most of my approach today to helping nonprofits, I learned from Lisa and Dr. Deborah. You two guys gave me the perspective that I didn't have. And I thought I was doing all right, but it's new now. It's all new because of my association with Lisa and Dr. Deborah Dunstan. I wish she was on here now.
Absolutely. Beverly says, Brian, I'm so glad you're getting your flowers today because we give Lisa flowers all the time. Because she's just all the time awesome. And you are as well. Thank you both for all that you do. Yeah. You're great together. You're a great team. And thank you for being a great team example. We are grateful to be that great team example.
Yes. And thank you for saying so, Dr. Beverly. I really appreciate it. I do not mind Lisa getting flowers every day. I do not mind at all. I like it. It tickles me. She's my wife, so it's okay.
But I don't even mind when women celebrate my husband. How about that? I am just as excited when women celebrate my husband as when I get the opportunity to celebrate him. Because if you guys remember a talk that Brian gave around, when was it? Around your birthday? Was it around Father's Day? What men don't get enough of.
It was before Father's Day, like a couple of weeks before Father's Day. Mm-hmm. Yeah. How to appreciate a man.
How to appreciate a man. And that talk has resonated in my heart since then. And the
TFE formula. As a matter of fact, with Lisa's encouragement, just yesterday, I submitted myself to be a TEDx speaker, Charlotte, which is going to happen in this upcoming spring. I finished the whole application yesterday, submitted my video, submitted like 7 videos, 6 of me talking and 1 of me introducing myself. It's a challenging process, but my topic is how to appreciate a man. And I explained to them the TFE formula that I came up with. So I'm going through the process to be a TEDx speaker, Charlotte, North Carolina. TEDx has got a lot more rules than they used to have. They even said so. We're more stringent now. You got to be from that area to speak in that area. Mm-hmm. You used to be able to go to Sarasota, Florida and speak, but not anymore. Yeah. You got to live there and work there.
Yeah. Beverly says, Dr. Deborah, where are you at? Where you at? Good morning, Melissa, Brittany, William Brown, y'all get in here and shout it out Friday.
Yes,
Let's
celebrate each other.
That's right.
Miss Phyllis took a really nice picture and posted it yesterday.
Absolutely. I loved it. Miss Phyllis, how long before we have a baby? We still counting down to the new grandbaby. I am looking forward to that. I know you are as well.
So I am happy about my work effort this week. Yesterday, I worked all day into the night. Diligent. And so did Lisa. We worked yesterday. I count yesterday as a work day. We worked yesterday.
Yeah.
But you can do that with joy when you're going for something.
Absolutely.
You know?
I did. We did work well into the night, although it was good work. It was good work. I'm grateful that I get to do the work that I get to do. But we have a relationship in another time zone. So we have to get flexible oftentimes with the scheduling of those appointments, because if we were working a global business, you can't be 9 to 5 in your time zone.
That's right. That was one of the reasons we got to take an appointment at 9:30 Eastern time, which was 9:30 a.m. with our business associate.
Yes.
So that's all right.
Yes. Good morning, Felicia. She says, good morning, beautiful people. And Miss Phyllis says, September. I can't wait. Hopefully we can all get together before that happens. LOL.
Yeah, the baby, the new grandbaby. September, she's going to be in Charlotte, I guess. That's what she's saying. Yeah.
Are you coming down to Charlotte to do grandma duty? Sometimes that helps new moms when they have
all the time. It helps
mom come down and actually be there during the first month of the baby's birth, especially when there's older siblings. And I know that Miss Phyllis' grandson, I think he's 7 now. How old is he, Miss Phyllis? But sometimes even if the only job is to continue to be a primary for the oldest child, because a lot of times they feel left out in the process of a new baby coming home.
There's a documentary by Michael Moore. He's talking about the healthcare system in America, and he was comparing it to other countries. And one of these other countries, I believe it was France or something like that, where state paid for, mandated, whenever anyone gets a baby, they get a government paid for au pair that comes and takes care of them for 2 months.
Wow.
So you get a baby, you get help from the government for 2 months, an assistant to come with you. The government pays for this. I'm thinking, what a beautiful thing. Anybody that has a baby gets help right away for the first couple of months.
Wow.
And it made me hearken to any woman, any single woman that gives birth by herself and leaves the hospital by herself, how difficult that is.
Absolutely.
I was there for many of my children, not all of them, to the birthing process. And I was very participatory. I took all the classes. I knew everything going on. I was up there working with them. I did everything the husband can do in the hospital every time.
Which is lots of busy work.
Well, whatever. I always did it though. But it made me think about,
it's important.
Or it made me think about, how do any of these women do this by themselves? But they do.
Absolutely. Miss Phyllis, I didn't realize that he was only going to be 5 in September. I thought he was 5 when we met him. Wow.
Check out another one. Cat Ivy's grandson. His name is Bam.
Bam.
Like Bam Bam from Bam Bam and Pebbles.
Yes.
Oh man, I love this kid so much. And today on my he's 12 now. And he popped up on 12. Bam Bam is 12 now. And he popped up on my timeline. Cat Ivy, if you guys know her. But he got my book years ago, Why Rhinos Make Great Salespeople, and he wanted to read my book to me after an event. I had spoken at the event, and he wanted to read my book to me. So I sat down, and as he at the time, he was probably about 5 or 7 or 6 or something like that. But he would put his finger on the words, and he read it, and I sat there, and it just made my heart sing. This kid reading my book to me, and somebody caught a picture of him reading the book to me.
It came up on your timeline?
It came up on my timeline.
How awesome is that? How awesome that? Good morning, Tarnas. That's right. Brian is a midwife. Hey, Glenda. Good morning. Me and Glenda get to say hey twice in the mornings because we be walking together.
Glenda's down too?
Yes, Tate Williams be out there getting her walk on with me. Felicia says, yes, that's true. I definitely appreciated my mother for helping me with my first baby and answering any questions that I had. Amen. I get it, Miss Phyllis. She says, with Rona, I don't know what I could do at the hospital.
That's
I
true.
know.
That's true. You probably
I don't
can't.
even know if you can get in there.
Yeah, you probably can't.
Wow. I was there when my grandson was born, and there was about a whole tribe of us because he's going to be 7 this year. And everybody was there. It was me, his grandmother on the other side, his great grandmother on the other side, his father, his father's best friend. I mean, we were knee deep in that hospital room. You can't do that no more. Hey, Dr. Deborah, you made it.
Dr. Deborah, we've been talking about you for 15 minutes. We've been talking about how much you taught me, first off, about nonprofit industry. Dr. Deborah's armed. She knows what's going on in the industry. She has the stats. She has the factors behind the stats. So I was saying, Dr. Deborah, between you and Lisa has drastically changed my approach to the nonprofit sector. And I am honored to be a highlighted speaker for the nonprofit summit that's coming up in the middle of September. Nonprofit summit. And I got my graphics yesterday.
We need to share more of that information and get the graphics on the show so that we can share it with those who might be interested in it. And be sure to share. Please share. Shout out what's going on. Brittany, we had the opportunity to talk to you this morning while we were walking it out and talking about your perseverance and faith, as well as the accomplishments that you have made in the past recent, not so distant past.
Shout it out today.
With your exercise and your physical therapy. Brittany's been getting them leg slides going. What? I've been walking it out saying, shoot, if Brittany can get them leg slides going, I'm gonna keep walking. Them heel slides, I'm gonna keep walking. And it's been inspiring, Brittany.
That's the other thing you need to know, Brittany. You're inspiring others, Brittany.
Absolutely.
I want you to know that, my sister.
Inspiring and continuing to press forward, press towards the mark, even when you got to let them PT people know you don't know who I know.
You know what? Dr. Deborah says, oh, wow, I'm interested in that summit. I should have told you about the summit 2 months ago when I first heard about it. Okay. I first heard about it 2 months ago. I should have brought it up to you. Shame on me. I'll do that from going forward.
We will keep you posted. I also had the opportunity to work on I had a board meeting yesterday with the founder of Home for Me. I am currently on the board of directors. I'm actually the chairman of Home for Me, and we have an upcoming event called the National Family Empowerment Conference and Expo. And we are handling it differently this year. It's going to be virtual because of some of the spikes in the issues that have been going on with our world, if you will. We want to continue to bring forth the information about how Home for Me is helping to provide resources and tools for children who are aging out of foster care. But we don't want to jeopardize anyone's health during the process. Right. So we have shifted gears and we are reaching out to those that are going to be involved in this presentation, and we're taking it online, which means that it is a really, really, really for sure going to be a national event. And I am looking forward to it. We had a really good meeting yesterday to get some things hammered out.
I looked at my Facebook memories, and one, I think it was either last year or the year before that, on today's date, on this show, our topic was speak. Speak. That was our topic. Dr. Julie Ray wanted a little more about that, Lisa. Our topic was speak. And we talked about the importance of you speaking with your voice, your vocabulary, your words, your feelings, your heart. You share it through speaking. The world moves when you speak it. The world moves. So I thought that was interesting, especially coming from today. So this is the weekend. This is Friday. I'm prayerful you had a great week.
Absolutely.
There's a quote that says, when we spend ourselves in a worthy cause, when you spend yourself in a worthy cause. I think that's kind of like what we're doing now. We're working hard, but we're spending ourselves in a worthy cause.
Absolutely.
Okay. And then you get some satisfaction from that.
Miss Phyllis says, I need to be put on both y'all calendars separately after the 18th for meetings, please. Miss Phyllis, in the description box is the link to both of our calendars. And you can go in there and put yourself, according to our availability and your schedule timing, on the calendar so that we can definitely reach out and engage directly and see how we might support you.
And we'll be happy to do that. Mm-hmm. Okay. So how about you? Shout it out. And also, I was starting to go down that line. This is the weekend.
Yes.
We're going to do better this week than we did last week. We're going to
did good last week.
We worked every day last weekend.
But we did, and we went to the comedy show.
Went to the comedy show. That was a good ending. Yep.
So
we also did the clubhouse, which was work.
It was work. But it was, sometimes the work that we do is, actually most times the work that we do are ministry. And so that's something that is a little bit more difficult to balance because ministry is not always on schedule. Ministry is not always when it's convenient to you. Although it's consistent, although it's important to maintain a balance in ministry, sometimes ministry requires you to be stretched a little bit. Felicia says, Lisa, I have a girl that would be really interested in the virtual event that you were a part of. Absolutely, I will share that. As we get the details hammered out, we'll share the who, what, when, where, and how. Julie Ray said, I had an incident last week when I had to keep my words. That night, I had terrible dreams about my throat getting filled up, choking, and no one to help me. Woo! Oh, wow.
Oh, wow. That's right.
That's a rough one.
You had to hold your words and you dreamed about choking. Does that mean you need to not hold your words? I don't want to be an amateur psychologist or anything.
Yeah, don't.
And amateur psychology is typically bad psychology.
Absolutely. Good morning, Miss Vivian. Good morning, Miss Vivian. She was on this morning encouraging the walkers, and we always appreciate that. Always appreciate that. Every little bit helps. Tarnez and Katura, thank you so much. Are you guys getting your walk on this morning? I know you guys are a heavy exercise guru team. We look forward to hearing about your biking and your hiking and your walking and your excursions.
And your talking.
Yes, and everything.
Now, when Lisa and I was talking about what we're going to talk about today on the show, I had a thought that I wanted to talk about something more businessy today. That's what I wanted to do. We do a lot of inspirational stuff. I want to talk about some business stuff.
Okay.
That's what I was thinking. Okay.
And what I said was,
which was beautiful, which is a great answer.
We talk about business every day. We talk about business. We talk about business as it relates to your calling. We talk about business information,
spiritual inspiration,
personal information,
and kind of personal conversations.
Absolutely. We talk about these things in such a way that sometimes they're so seamless that even we forget that we have actually done business.
Yes, I wanted to talk about business, but she's right. We do talk about business regularly as well. Is Melissa Price here?
Not yet.
Okay. All right. Yeah, she may become a late person now because of getting the children off to
getting
school.
Getting the girls out.
Man, I saw my Lord. One of our friends who's a new school teacher, she just became a school teacher, Yasmin Young.
Oh.
She's got her classroom. This morning she did a live from her classroom. And she was talking about how she ran from teaching for a long time, but now she's got a tiny little perfect classroom, okay? A little perfect classroom. And she says it's been very difficult work. Several nights she's up till 1:30 in the morning preparing for her school year. People underestimate the dedication it takes to teach it. It looks like an elementary school class that she's going to be a school teacher of. And I'm praying this year. I told her, you're going to have an amazing school year, and so are your children. What did he say?
Tarnez says, just finished sex, walking after we replenish. I know that's right.
Just finished sex. Tarnez, I can't believe
Brian,
you had the gall to say that.
Brian doesn't know it, but I checked his schedule and we are having sex after the show.
I I can't believe you guys are both talking about sex out loud.
Miss Phyllis says, for now, I have to play it by ear since I'm not driving.
Mhm.
Okay. So how are you going to end your week? And what are you putting in your this is something that I was learning or emphasized to me today, listening to Dr. Miles Monroe. Vivian said, yes, he needs a spanking.
No, Miss Vivian.
So
we like listening to Dr. Miles Monroe. We both enjoy him very much. Mm-hmm.
Absolutely.
And if you're not familiar with Dr. Miles Monroe, get there. Get familiar with him.
Absolutely. So he was talking about the conscious and the subconscious, and how you actually can allow your subconscious to work for you by repetition and by planting things into it. First, intentionally with the conscious, that's doing some repetition, that's doing some putting some things up to seed, some things that you hear consistently and intentionally. And then they can actually take root to continue to work for you in your subconscious. So you build your conscious intentionally, and then you turn it over to your subconscious so that it consistently work for you. There may be some challenges that you want to overcome at work.
Yeah,
What? Oh, yes. There may be some challenges you want to overcome about work. And the same way we talk about sometimes allowing your subconscious to work for you when you go to bed, like take the problem, take the concern, and let your subconscious work it out for you while you sleep.
Thomas Edison, Albert Einstein, great examples of how the power of writing out your challenge or writing out your big question in your life, and then go to sleep or take a nap.
Yes.
And they did that with confidence that their subconscious would take what they just wrote down. They would take their challenges, and when they shut off their moving around and all that kind of stuff and sleeping, their subconscious will find the answer and be dutiful and deliver it to them when they got up.
Yes. And I actually believe that this also happens on your weekend. Like you can make your weekend a super subconscious by handing it over. All right, say, okay, this is Friday. I'm not dealing with this directly anymore for the next 2 days. And I'm giving it over to my subconscious while I recreate, while I have fun. It's not my business.
Go get some water this weekend.
I don't have no concerns. I don't have no issues with it because it's being handled by my subconscious. And then on Monday, whoop, guess what? Sometimes it'll pop up and be like, oh, that's what I needed to do. Duh.
Now, the other thing I want to say about your subconscious mind is study after study after study proves that your subconscious mind can't tell the difference between what's real and what's imagined. That's why you have to, on purpose, put some good stuff into your mind. You have to write out what you want to have happen. You have to write out what you want to happen, and you have to read that. Okay, because very often you see that on my dry erase board, the top thing up there, and I see that before I see everything else. But I sell 25 sales confidence courses per calendar month. Okay, that's it. That's the most prevalent thing. That's what I'm trying to build my life around the courses, the curriculums. Okay, but you have to write it down, because what happens is your subconscious accepts it at a point. It doesn't accept it right away because your brain is trying to keep you safe, and your brain's trying to do two things. Your brain's trying to keep you safe, and your brain's trying to prove you right. Okay, so it takes some time for your subconscious to accept the new goal or the new target.
Right.
But once it accepts it, that's it. That's it. It's going to make it happen.
That's right. Ms. Vivian said the body heals when it's asleep and not busy. That's right. We do. We have the ability to heal ourselves.
What was that book you said?
Oh my goodness. I'm
The
so
Traveler's
excited.
Guide?
Not The Traveler's Guide.
Say it again.
It is The Traveler's Gift.
The Traveler's Gift.
I read this book 10 years ago, and it changed my life. It literally changed my life. It changed my thinking. It started, I almost want to say it was the catalyst to a lot of the mindset, beliefs, thoughts, and premises that I had at that time. I had been a believer for a long time, but it was a catalyst to transitioning from being a believer for things of God, and I'm not minimizing anything, but being a believer for everything.
Amen. I'm gonna show you another book too that'll do the
Being
same
a believer for everything, right? And it impacted me so much so that I devoured that book twice in a row. The Traveler's Gift by Andy Andrews. And then I ran into someone at the job that I was at that I hated at the time, that I didn't understand what the job was teaching me as it was time to transition out of that job. I ran into someone who was having a very, very similar challenge, and I gave it to him. And then I never found it again. I couldn't remember the name of it, all of these different things. Well, I remember the name of it today. I got it again on audiobook, and I've started listening it again, and it is a mesmerizing book. Andy Andrews is an amazing storyteller. He also tells Burn Your Boats, the story Burn Your Boats.
Yep.
He is an amazing storyteller, and he is actually the narrator of his own book, The Traveler's Gift. So I am going to allow it to be my backdrop all day today. And you can get it on Audible. It is available on Audible. It was one book credit.
Another book, The Power of Your Subconscious Mind. The Power of Your Subconscious Mind. This is one of these books where any group of pages, it was wrecking me. Now, my original copy was very highlighted and dog-eared, and then I lost it, and I found one somewhere else. But baby, you start reading this book right here, a lot of stuff that I talk about or others talk about, The Power of Your Subconscious Mind by Dr. Joseph Murphy. Woo, woo, woo. Most of the time, I don't really, doctors, and I don't like when doctors try to write sales books.
We. Yes.
Okay.
Yes. It sounds like wah. Like they know the theory of it,
yes, but
they don't have it.
Right.
And I know what you mean. The theory
this
of
ain't
it.
a sales book, which is mine. But in general, when I see how to get clients by Dr. Such and Such, it's gonna suck.
But there are some exceptions to the rule. And I'm gonna tell you, if you haven't got The Traveler's Gift, if there is any piece of thinking that is not working for your good in your life, then sometimes you need to sweep the corners. That's what the pastor used to say, sweep the corners, corners. Because a couple of things will happen when you sweep the corners. You sweep the corners, you will get rid of the gunk that was preventing you from fully accepting your power and your ability. But not only that, you will find some of the wisdom that got lost because it was misplaced.
That book, the Traveler's Gift, The Power of the Subconscious Mind, The Greatest Salesman in the World, these books right here, more than 1 million of them get sold, but they still kind of secrets. Okay, they sell in the millions, but they still secrets because the people that get these books get them. There's another one like that. It's called Outwitting the Devil.
Yes.
Outwitting the Devil.
I think I've seen it. I don't think I've read it. Yeah, I was about to say, I know I've seen the cover.
We have it here.
But I haven't read that one yet.
Oh,
but I'm going to go through The Traveler's Gift again right now.
You should, but you got to go through Outwitting the Devil too, because
I will.
It's the games the devil plays. Yeah. Oh my gosh.
What I loved today as I was listening to Dr. Miles Monroe and the necessity of understanding the mind and the subconscious mind is that the mind is so powerful that even God doesn't control the mind. God gave us this power and gave us the will to control it. That is so powerful. Brother Mark says, in the subconscious mind, miracles are stored. An old man once told me the subconscious mind is the place where God gives you a tiny glimpse of what he can do through you and for you. Absolutely.
Miles Monroe was talking about that today.
Absolutely.
Through you.
Through you. Is bringing the kingdom through you. And oh my goodness,
using you to get through, using you to build that nation, to build the country, using you, getting stuff done through you. That was highlighted this morning. Good morning, Mark. How you doing?
Absolutely. We're glad you're here.
And put out Sister Vivian's doing a wonderful job.
Thank you so much.
Outwitting the Devil by Napoleon Hill.
Outwitting the Devil
by Napoleon Hill. And guess what else Napoleon Hill wrote? Think and Grow Rich.
Yeah,
Come on, man.
Of course, I also glimpsed that today because I was trying to decide like what I wanted to put in because it's really important for me to maintain a good diet of conscientious reading, right? And I was looking at the 7 Habits of Highly Effective People again by Stephen Covey, looking at reviewing that. Beverly says the devil don't play no games. He just hit reset on whatever the thing is that we didn't complete, put it in a different season and make it seem like it's something else. And then we realize, oh my gosh, I've been here before. So in order to outwit the devil, number 1, you don't play his games. Number 2, you let him know where he belongs. And number 3, you constantly remind him that his time is short. And number 4, prayer is your weapon, or it should be your weapon of choice.
I think that's a wonderful.
That's a good recap, right?
Wonderful formula.
1, 2, 3, and 4. That's how you outwit them. Ms. Vivian says, I have this book. Which one do you have, Vivian? Wonderful Blessings. Is that the name of a book? Let us know and clarify. Think and Grow Rich, a Black Choice. Absolutely.
By Dennis Kimbrough.
Dennis Kimbrough. We had the opportunity to meet with him on several times and actually share a platform. I introduced him a couple of times. And that book is one that those of us in the BBC have taken a journey through before as well.
We've done it on this show.
And we haven't done the Black Choice.
Oh, yeah, we did Think and Grow Rich.
Yeah, we did Think and Grow Rich, but not the Black Choice. Dr. Deborah says, I believe that my subconscious mind is connected to who I was before I was formed in my mother's womb. Go ahead and take that the next step, sweetie. The next step is before you were in your mother's womb, we were God. We were one with God. And then he decided to assign to us what it was he wanted to bring forth here. And then he sent us here. He picked us a host, your mama, my mama. He picked the host and he sent us down through that host so that we could accomplish that what he called for us to do.
Amen.
And I am good.
This time has flown by this morning. It's already 9:40.
Ms. Vivian says she has Outwitting the Devil by Napoleon Hill. Awesome.
Crack the book. Read it.
Let's read it. That's right, Ms. Dr. Deborah. She said, yes, absolutely. Yes, you are God. And then, which is a spirit, right? Everybody knows that God is a spirit. And then you got a body, so that you could operate on this sphere to bring forth what you were uniquely, fearfully, and wonderfully made to do. Amen.
I think it's a good time for us to thank you guys in song. Thank you guys in song.
Season.
We talked about seasons this week.
Yes. yes. I certainly wish somebody from Redemption Christian Ministry who remembers that season. I think it was 2010. Maybe it was later than that. I think it was 2010 or 2013 where we went into shift season. 2010 was war season, was that I declare war. But we went into shift season, and Brother Mark, can't think of his Chambers. Brother Mark Chambers wrote a song, and I can only remember that one note. And I am sure that we have recorded it somewhere on some Redemption website or something. Please, if you can help me find it. Shift season. That's the only note I can remember, and I will love it. And it is time for our songs.
All right. Up first today is Miss Phyllis Victoria. Miss Phyllis is here.
Miss Phyllis is here.
So clear the way. Miss Phyllis is here. Now we can all have a great day.
That's right.
What we're doing is we're thanking people that have been consistent contributors to the show. Those who have been rocking with this show for years. The show has been going since October of 2016. This show is called Let's Talk About It.
Let's talk about it.
Her name is Lisa Santiago McNeill.
And he is Brian K. McNeill.
That's right. And together we make up what's called the Empowerment Duo. And what we like to do to thank our consistent contributors is with a greeting song or a greeting logo like we just did for Miss Phyllis.
Dr. Beverly's here.
Up next is Dr. Beverly. She has another logo. It goes like this. Dr. Beverly is on the show. And if you don't put a little energy in it,
you use all of your energy. If you
I
forget,
use all-
I have eardrums
I
right
use
next
all
to
my
you.
energy.
Always.
She deserves
You pull it from down here.
That's how you do Dr. Beverly's logo.
Can you say Dr. Beverly? Do you know how to swallow volume?
Dr. Beverly. That's not the same.
It's not the same.
It ain't the same, baby.
Good gracious. Dr. Beverly, he be blowing my eardrums out every time it's time for your song. Coutura.
Back to life. Back to Couture Green.
However do you want it?
However do you
However
need it?
do you need it?
Good morning, Couture Green. How you doing?
Hey, baby, how you doing? Oh, she's recovering. Remember, Tarnez told us.
What she got to recover from? They've been together a long time.
Yeah, but they just had sex.
Yes, okay.
You got to recover from sex, ladies. Recover.
Little bit.
Recover.
What's that song? I can't remember which comedian said it, but after they get sex, she goes, oh, now I can get some work done. Now I can fold these clothes.
I cannot with you. Hey, Felicia. Felicia, we love you.
You're the one. The one for me. Good morning, Miss Felicia Gardner. How you doing?
Good morning. Hey, Glenda. Glenda's riding on the freeway in makeup in her pink Cadillac.
Good morning, Miss Glenda. Is that our friend Bill?
Yes, it is. That is so good. Couture is doing all right. She's recovering right there. I love it. Julie Ray Hammondtree.
It's Julie Ray Hammondtree. Find out what she means to me.
Julie Ray Hammondtree.
Good morning, girl. How you doing?
Good morning. I felt like I skipped someone. Yes, I did. We skipped a few. Okay, let me get it together here. Tarnez, baby.
Do it. Wait a minute. No, that's not. Do it, baby. Do it, baby. Do it, baby. Do it, Tarnez. Yeah.
That has a whole new meaning today.
See, Tarnez, you got to be careful telling Lisa stuff, man. You got to be more careful. Because it'll tickle her for a while.
I love it. Dr. Deborah, healing and deliverance coach. Mm-hmm.
Dr. Deborah, I'll be sending you a text shortly.
And it's Brittany. It's Brittany Thomas. It's Brittany. It's your time. It's your time. Yeah.
Good morning, Miss Brittany Thomas. How you doing?
Good morning, darling. Good morning. I absolutely appreciate all you guys choosing to hang out with us today, baby. Yes, Brother Mark.
Good morning to our friend Bill. Nobody thinks like him still. We love him so, and we always will. Our friend Bill. Bill getting up early, 6:46 at his time right now.
Whoa, Vivian Reed is here. Vivian Reed is here, and now the show can go on.
Good morning, Miss Vivian, the ultimate cheerleader.
Come on, Brother Mark.
So wide you can't get around it.
So low you can't get under it.
So high you can't get over it. Mark Greer is under a groove.
He's getting down just for the funk of it.
Mark Greer is under a groove. Nothing can stop us now.
So for the first time, maybe not the first time, but I acknowledge it for the first time, that Mark Greer's song was the backdrop of my day yesterday.
Oh.
And it was the backdrop with his name in it, not the real lyrics. So just over and over again, Mark Greer is under a groove. It was over and over again. And I love when that happens because I get to hang out with you guys all day in my head and my heart. So Katura says all is well. Glenda says can't walk. We walk. I don't know if it's because of sex.
She's talking about Katura and
I don't know. But Glenda's been walking with me every day. And Beverly says, Lisa, that's just Brian calling me out of the womb. He's tired of me sticking my head out and then back in. That's just my truth. I can speak my own truth. Amen.
Yes, you can. Yes, you can.
Amen.
And do it. Do it, baby. Have sex early on a Friday.
First thing. That's a good thing. Yes, it was, Brother Mark. But you were with me all day in my movements and my thoughts. You kept coming back. Your song kept coming back. So good. I am.
Yeah, he says that's a good thing.
Yeah, I think it is a good thing. I think it's great when we get to not only see what's going on in your comments, because that actually does. I do a quick review. I'm not much. I don't stay in it because a lot of my work requires a lot of reading. So I do a quick review of what everybody's doing. I click like, I share, I listen to little tidbits here and there. And then I store up information as much as I can. And I pray for you. The word of God says to pray without ceasing. So I do pray. I send out prayers. And I love just being a part of your day as much as we are a part of yours.
So we got it all in it only took like 8 minutes to do them all. That's pretty good. That's pretty good.
Yes. So Bill, today is Shout It Out Friday. Mark, today is Shout It Out Friday. Glenda, Shout It Out Friday. Tarnez already shouted out. He shouted out the most important thing of his morning so far.
I told you,
Tarnez. That's it. Got it in. It's like your vitamins. Take them every day. It's good. It's good.
It is good. Yes,
it is. It's good for you. It's like milk. Good. Milk does a body. Sex does a body. It's good for you.
It's good for you.
And so if you have something that you have done, and you don't have to tell us if you had sex unless you want to. I don't mind.
If you do, Lisa's going to talk about it.
Make sure. Like, I love it. I don't have a problem with it. But if you have done something that you maybe been striving to do, a lot of times as adults, we don't have anyone to attaboy us or to celebrate us.
Now, one thing I got to shout out to. Mm-hmm. We did our podcast and through Anchor. Okay, right?
Yes.
Recorded through Anchor. Well, I did the podcast last Tuesday, but it didn't get live on everything in that same day.
Right.
It didn't get live until yesterday. So it took a couple of days to go live. Mm-hmm. So yesterday I got the emails. You're now live on Spotify. Oh, that's nice. You're now live on Breaker. Oh, that's pretty cool too. I thought that was pretty cool to find out when my stuff is going live. And apparently, I talked to Lisa, there's going to be other places too that one podcast gets spread out. So immediately I started researching how do podcasts work? How do you make money through podcasts? And what we want is people to download the podcast. Mm-hmm. As people are downloading podcasts and listening to my stuff, this last week's, the title was Why You Cannot Fail in Selling Your Service. Why you cannot fail. You cannot. And it's only a 30-minute podcast. And I thought it was really, really good. So I'm going to have a really, really sexy title for this upcoming one Tuesday as well.
Absolutely. Absolutely. And I apologize.
You didn't turn off the volumes.
I know.
Or do not disturb.
I thought I did. That's okay.
Okay. You know, she had cold blooded Rick James as her ringtone there.
Is that what it was?
Sexy, sexy, sexy. That's the ringtone.
I have tried to just make a regular freaking ringtone.
Like ring?
Yeah, like ring. Because sometimes my ringtone goes off and I start dancing. I forget it's trying to tell me to pick it up. Dun, 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 dun,
cool. That's what that was.
Okay.
Blooded.
Absolutely.
So I hope you have something fun this weekend coming up. I hope you do something cool. Mm-hmm. It's already 9:51. We can get out of here. Okay, Lisa and I.
Yes, absolutely. Because he's got to have sex.
Yeah. But I'm not. We've been having sex, baby.
Yes, we have. But you need some more.
Okay. Jesus. I'm like, you acted like we having a drought or something.
No, I did not act like that at all. Not at all. Good gracious.
I'm not a machine.
Oh my
I'm not
goodness.
a machine. What movie that
Beverly
come
said,
from?
I am in Virginia and I'm about to stick my feet in this water. Yeah,
Nice.
baby.
In the beach?
Yes, baby. Tarnett says, more is good.
Felicia says, everyone have a great week.
Absolutely.
Tana
You
says,
too.
Yes, you are. Yes.
You are a machine.
Yes, I am. Oh my
Take
goodness.
some time. Change
Actually,
your
you know
background.
why? Because you've been exercising so regularly. It says it has activated your libido in a higher level. That's what's going on.
No, not really.
Yeah, baby, that's it.
Okay. We take advantage of these last few days of summer. I don't know, some of the pools,
get in the beach.
Absolutely. Let's do something. Bill says, starting this Sunday at 2:00 Eastern, my newly branded show, Ongoing Conversations with Precious and Melissa, on the Ongoing Conversations Facebook page. The title is, Are You Crazy, Dumb, or Just Stupid? And you can join him at 2:00 Eastern on Sunday for that broadcast. So I look forward to that. We missed Melissa. We want to hear about the first week of school for the girls, Charlotte and Sophie. This is their first ever. So I'm looking forward to that. And I got to hear the update about my grandson as well, as we need to check in with Aubrey and see how the first week of school has done.
Yes.
For our babies. We love you guys. We love spending time with you. We encourage you to continue to feed your subconscious with things that will bring about creation for you.
School is more boring than she thought, remember it being. Because I think that's a testament to her mom always teaching her. Her mom is always teaching her stuff. So at school, she found it a little bit boring, but she still wants those beaver bucks, though.
But we love you guys. We hope you have a good weekend. And don't forget to have sex.